is Pastor Sandy coming to you with a time of refreshing. I hope you're having a blessed day today. You know, we can choose what we want to wake up to be joyful, to be grateful. So let's just remember that it's our choice every day, regardless of what's going on. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about that. He's at work. You know, God is always at work on our behalf. He's working behind the scenes. You know, his fingerprints are all over our life. His invisible hand is working behind the scenes for you and for me. Sometimes we don't see it. Sometimes we don't even feel it. We don't think or know, well, is God doing something? But let me tell you this, God is always working on our behalf. He's always got our back. He's always behind the scenes, even when you don't know and even when you don't see and you can't figure out what's happening. You've got to trust God, because the greater one, if he lives on the inside of you, greater is he than he that's in the world. So regardless of what's happening all around us, God is at work and we need to be at rest. And how do we be at rest? We trust God. So I encourage you today, don't look at what you don't see. Don't look at what you don't feel. Look to God and look at his word. You know, God is always working for your and my best interests. God is always, always present in our lives if we'll trust him. You know, it's just like if you look in the natural and you look at a caterpillar and you see one thing, but miraculously and creatively, you know, there's God's working behind the scenes in the process of that. And someday, what once was and what you see is now going to change and transform into a beautiful butterfly. You would have never known if you just looked at that and said, oh my goodness, look at that little thing, or look at that cocoon and think, what could come out of that? But see, when we trust God, God takes what he created and what he put on the inside of you and said, I've got greater things for you. I've got destiny for you. So just like that butterfly, which once was one thing, but now's been transformed into another. That's what God is doing in our lives constantly, transforming us from one place to another for greater and greater. Why? Because he's got greatness in you. He's got destiny for all of us. All of us are called into a great destiny that God has just for you. Yours is different than mine. We all have been called to the greatness in God. And why? Because there's people for our lives. People need to hear your story. So let your light shine today. See yourself as that beautiful, beautiful butterfly that's been transformed, that's been changed. So no matter what you're going through, don't ever let the enemy try to tell you that you're ugly and you're not worth it. You are worthy because of Jesus. And if not, you can ask Jesus into your life and find out what God will do for you and through you. So see yourself today as God's beautiful creation and the greatness that he has and has called you, because you're uniquely, creatively designed for such a time as this. So until next time, keep it simple, sister, and I bless my brothers.